Hello, this is Azrael. Thank you for tuning into my channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about spirit guides and how to meet them. I was asked this several weeks ago, and I'm just now getting to the video, so apologize for the late response. Uh, Now, there's several ways we could do this. Now, the first, and the most common one, I don't employ that much because when you're doing visualizations and there's always this part of me that thinks that it's a creation of my own design when I do these kind of visualizations. And basically, it's a form of guided meditation. Um, an example of this, what's going to happen would be is that you'd be listening to this guided meditation where it'll say, "Well, you're walking in the woods. Uh, look around, hear the birds. Take note of what you see. You see a log. Do you see moss? Do you see a deer in the background?" And what it's basically doing is drawing your consciousness into the same kind of uh, the same kind of thing that when you like count sheep to try to go to sleep, all right, or you lay down and fantasize that you're a great singer or something and you're famous. You're just like daydreaming right before you fall asleep, right? This visualization is trying to lull you into an altered state of mind. Okay, so it goes on for around 10 to 15 minutes where your brain starts to get into almost sleep mode. And then so it'll tell you to go further down the path. You'll go, uh, the path starts winding, goes further up the mountain. What else do you see? What do you smell? Take in all these senses. So, it gets you more deeper and deeper into the reality of this visualization. And then right about, let's say, around 15 to 20 minutes, these this visualization will kick in and say, now you see somebody, or because the visualization will take you to a meeting place, for example, and then it'll say, now you see somebody, this person that's in front of you is your spirit guide, and then you let that image in your head in the visualization tell you its name and so forth. So again, it's the most common way to meet a spirit guide. Okay, but again, I'm just giving you an example. I encourage you, if you're going to do this, to record yourself. Well, first write out a long description of a visualization. You could be standing on the beach, uh, using the same kind of example, only do it, make it yours. And it's best that you hear your own voice during this, in my opinion, in this visualization, unless instead of a stranger doing the visualization. There's plenty of these self-guided meditations to meet spirit guides on YouTube. So I mean, but I encourage you to write it yourself, okay, and do it that way. Just write it yourself, record yourself, and do your guided meditation with your own voice. Now, the other techniques that I employ, which I feel is more objective than subjective, because again, I think during the visualization process, it becomes more along the lines of maybe it's me, you know. So scrying, it's important that you learn how to scry if you are going to do any kind of spirit work. Again, in my opinion, because when you scry, you could talk to the spirit because you can summon it, but again, of course, add protection and so forth. I would advise you guys to be more uh, not a novice. Okay, you be a good practitioner. Start scrying, for small things like lost items or uh, little small predictions for yourself before you do spirit summoning in a mirror or a crystal ball. Um, but yeah, so I would cast protection. First, I'd banish the area of negativity. Banish first, then add protection. Because if you cast your circle and you don't banish, you could draw something. When you draw your circle, it could be inside the circle with you. So banish first, cast your circle, um, and to have the crystal ball or the black mirror, preferably outside of your circle. You could have it inside, but uh, it's I'm kind of like the traditional thing. I have the little circle of protection, and then the triangle of manifestation where the spirit will be summoned. But in any case, so you start scrying. You add your after you add your protection, you call out to your spirit guide. Say, um, I so and so John Doe am in need of my spirit guide. I want to get to know my spirit guide. Please appear in in um, in my mirror. So it's that simple. So when you start scrying, you will see the face of your spirit guide and then receive the information either audibly, which sometimes when I do scrying, I actually see it like I watch a TV. I see the picture and I hear the voice, and sometimes it's up here. But the more you become adapt to doing it, you're going to hear the audio, maybe even smell and see in like real time as opposed to just in your mind. Um, and then, of course, the other way to meet a spirit guide is astral projection. I'm real big on this right now because you practice, practice, practice. Uh, you should be able to eventually start, projecting. Maybe if you're a beginner in the first couple of months. Some people I've talked to, they've did it in the first month, but you want to try to at least have an astral projection at least once to twice a month. But anyways, you go to what's a location. In this case, if you watch the other video, this will be your astral temple that you meditate on and you focus on, and you constantly go there when you daydream. Even if you just go there picturing your astral temple, eating a sandwich, whatever, you go there at least once or twice a day to strengthen this. But when you have an out of body experience, you can project yourself into your astral temple and call your spirit guide there and meet them face to face. Okay. So that's the three main ones that I employ. And I suggest the latter if you're more experienced. But if you're a beginner, definitely do the self guided meditation. And again, there's plenty of those online. If you guys want me to try to come up with one, I will probably have my wife do it because one, she has a beautiful speaking voice, and she's a voice actress. So you won't have me buzz 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 all up in your ear. Anyways, thank you. Like and subscribe, and till next time, talk to you later.